Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sunday today. Ordinarily on a Sunday we would be up and out with Rosie, with Izzy, at the markets, getting something to eat, having a swim in Evandale Lake, but Aaron is not well and Izzy has been unwell all week. She's definitely on the mend now, but I think Aaron's got an extreme version of what she had, a bit of a flu or a cold or something like that. So he came home from work yesterday afternoon at about 4 o'clock, had a shower, got into bed and hasn't got out. So he's taking it easy. He's got the football on, Izzy's in there with her iPad, and they're just having a chill day together. So I made some protein pancakes, actually from let me grab the brand and I'll show you. So it was my first time trying these. I've bought the buttermilk flavor and I've also bought the salted caramel flavor. And 10 grams of protein per pancake. Ingredients are wheat flour, whey, pea, protein, baking powder, bicarb, maca powder. You guys know how much I love maca powder. Salt and thiomartin is the natural sweetener. And these were delicious. So good. So highly recommend. So we had some protein pancakes and I am going to spend the next kind of hour or so having a little bit of a tidy up around the house. I don't know if you can see, but I've washed all the cushion covers off the sofa, and so I'm going to put all of those back on their dry now. Clean up the kitchen a little bit from breakfast and put another load of washing on. Then this afternoon, Izzy and I are actually going to head into Southport, into Chinatown, because they have got the Chinese New Year celebrations happening. So we're going to cruise down with Grandma and Granddad and hopefully have some delicious food and have a whole lot of fun. So really looking forward to that. So that will be in about an hour and a half's time. I'm going to go for a walk with Izzy. Hopefully she'll fall asleep in her pram and then we'll just get the tram from Surface down to Southport. So I'll walk into Surface, she'll fall asleep, jump on the tram, and then yeah, she'll hopefully get maybe kind of like an hour's nap and be fully charged for the celebration. So really looking forward to it. I'm going to take you along. So, sorry if it's a bit glary, we're just out walking to meet Dad and Lynn to get the tram into the Chinese New Year festival. As you can see, I just spent a couple of hours just like cleaning up his space and washing all the cushions for the sofa, and that's all sorted. So a little bit of a Sunday reset. But I just wanted to say, sorry if you're shaking because I'm just holding you as I walk. I'm talking quite quickly because we're running a little bit late, of course. That's what happens when you have a toddler. But when I think of where I was a year ago or a year and a half ago, you know, like getting ready and leaving the house and taking Izzy out and going to something like that's going to be as busy, or even just leaving the house and going somewhere, you know, like this festival that we're going to. I don't know how busy it will be. I imagine it will be quite busy. It would have just been impossible for me. I would have, you know, I would have said no immediately when they asked if we wanted to go. And then, or if I'd said yes or not answered, I would have talked myself out of it through the day. And so, you know, sometimes progress, I think, with postnatal depression, I can't speak for depression in general, but definitely for postnatal depression, for me, like just getting outside for the day and going somewhere is, you know, a huge sign of my progress. And to be happy to go in, I'm not forcing myself, I'm happy to go. You know, that's a huge, huge sign of progress for me. So I'm gonna stop talking now and I'm gonna hope that she falls asleep before I get to meet them, before we get on the tram, so she can get a little bit of a snooze in before we get to the festival. But I just wanted to add that. So if you're watching this and, you know, maybe, yeah, she's got a little frangipani. She asked for a flower as we were walking, so she's got a frangipani that she's sniffing. She wants me to keep smelling it. Procrastination to not nap. But if you're watching this, then I'm just saying, like, maybe getting outside today is your, I don't know, is the thing that you achieve, and that's okay, so that's all. Just a little second to acknowledge how far I've come on my journey.
Chinese opera. We all know opera, right? But you never see Chinese opera with the fan dance together. Wow, that's a lot of imagination going to happen.
my earphones in. I can't really talk to you with them in, can I? So I'm just having a bit of a slow day today. I mentioned in my first video that I think that recovering from postnatal depression, perhaps being in the process of recovering or dealing with any depression, I don't think that it ever really goes away again, or certainly that's my experience. I don't want to talk on behalf of anyone else, but today has not been a good day. For me, that's looked like being overwhelmed all day, being incredibly frustrated all day. So like my tolerance is just, I'm just on a really short fuse, but also then not really having the capacity to do anything. So it's late in the day now, and I got out. I've got Izzy's here asleep in her pram, and I've just come down not far from our house just to sit. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but just to sit outside. Finished my book. Sorry, like I was saying, just come down and started and finished my book, and I wanted to sit here, I think, for a little bit longer. It's so beautiful, and you can hear the birds. But I'm getting eaten by midges, so I'll keep walking with Izzy. But I just wanted to jump on, I guess, and just say, and I'm going to include this in my video, I am denied about recording anything today, but I'm absolutely going to include this in my next video, because I don't want to give the impression that, I don't know, that I've completely dealt with all of the feelings that I get, and I don't want to give the impression that there's a cure or an end, because certainly for me it still presents sometimes, definitely not as badly. And I think that the difference now is that I can recognize when I'm having one of those off days. And I took a few clips this morning because Izzy and I were just, Aaron's not well. He's had a couple of days of a really bad flu, so Izzy and I have been sleeping in the spare room because she was sick all of last week, and I didn't want her to get sick again, and I can't get sick, obviously, having her. So today, you know, we just spent just the day in bed snuggled up and lots of cuddling, and then you feel guilty because you don't want to give her, or I feel guilty because I don't want to have a, you know, transfer my negative energy or my feelings, but I just sit in a little bit and I just allow myself to, I don't know, just to work through it. And so this afternoon, I think, giving myself that time, I had a good shower, and I've got a hair mask in, and I just thought I'll bring her out for a walk and she can have a nap outside, and I'll get some fresh air, and I'll come and sit and listen to the birds, and yeah. So the plan tonight is it's hard having days like this, and I don't want to. I'm not recording this, you know, to gain any sympathy or anything like that. Like, that's not, or empathy, or I don't, you know, not to get messages or anything like that. But I think that it's important just to be completely truthful, that it still is like super up and down. And the whole reason, as you know in my first video, the whole reason I wanted to start this channel was just to, you know, so that if someone stumbles across this and they watch this and they're having an off day and all they want to do is lie in bed and watch YouTube all day, or that is 100% okay. And if that's what your mind needs to be okay tomorrow, or if that's what all your mind is capable of doing today, then, you know, that is absolutely okay. So the plan tonight is to go home I'm going to cook a really nutritious, I'm going to do a bean, like bean Mexican bowl. Lots of veggies, lots of beans. I'm going to put in lots of like spices and garlic and turmeric, and just pack myself full of a whole lot of micronutrient goodness, and just give my body some tools just to recharge and feel good tomorrow, and then just have a really good sleep, a really nice long sleep, and have an early night. I'll give Izzy a bubble bath, have an early night, and yeah, and that will be the day today. And then tomorrow, if I feel like this again, I feel like this again, but I've given myself all the tools then to wake up tomorrow and not feel like this. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It has been an eventful day. I woke up at about 3:30 this morning, and you're a bit crooked, 1 second. There we go. Woke up at about 3:30 this morning, wide awake. No reason, nothing to do, so that was fantastic. And then Izzy woke up at about 8, and she was just said to me straight away, eat, and I was like, okay. So I came out to make her some food, went to get the milk out of the fridge to make myself a coffee, and the fridge was off. And then I checked the freezer, and the freezer had started to defrost. which is always fantastic. So I called and made her some oats, got her comfortable, and called, you know, through you Google fridge repairs Gold Coast, and of course you just calling the top ones that all say same day, that they'll come and see you the same day, and no one was able to see me until next week. We have a big Samsung fridge that has the doors, it has the freezer drawer, and that has a drawer in the middle, which we use for drinks. It had drinks in it actually. Luckily that drawer was still cold, but the freezer and the fridge weren't. So before I started calling, I had to move all the drinks out and move everything from the fridge. I kept the freezer closed because I thought I can try to keep that cold in there for the day maybe. Moved everything that needed to be moved from the fridge into that drawer. Had a Christmas ham still on the bone that we're still finishing off, and that wouldn't fit in the drawer, so had to cut all of that down. You can imagine. It was fantastic. And then, yeah, like I said, started calling fridge repairs, and no one can come out until next week. Amazing. My dad's saying I'll bring over an esky, blah, blah, blah. Cool, okay. And then I get down to a chap named Shane. It's a small business, small family business. So I was calling all of these other companies and going through to obviously booking reception, and not speaking to, what are they, mechanics, fridge mechanics, engineers? Anyway, not speaking directly to any of them, just speaking to the people that would make the times for them to see me. Anyway, I get on the phone to Shane, and Shane's like, I'm just at a job fixing aircon. I've got 3 other fridges today. Have you tried turning it on and off again? No, Shane, I haven't tried turning it off again, not again. It's a 300, 400 kilogram fridge. Like, I didn't think to move it. I just thought it's not working. Anyway, so pulled the fridge out, turned it off, cleaned all around it, and turned it back on a while later, and sure enough, it's back on. So anyway, then we've been out for a couple of walks. Izzy is asleep I've transferred her into bed actually. She fell asleep while we were out took Rosie out, and then took Izzy out at lunchtime for her midday nap. She's asleep. I've transferred her to bed in the aircon, and she's happy, and she's been in there for a little bit, so I've been able to have a shower. And I'm having some of my my bean chili. And then this afternoon I thought I'll just prop you up while I do a whole lot of meal prep that I have to do just for the next couple of days, just so that Aaron's got stuff for work and I've got easy stuff in the fridge, and I want to get a dinner made just as backup over the next couple of days in case I don't feel like cooking. So that's where we're at. That has been the day. I've got my swimsuit on because when Izzy wakes up, it's very likely that we'll be in the pool a bit later, or even maybe when Aaron gets home, we'll jump in the pool together because it's hot outside. I've got the aircon on in here. That's why I've got a long sleeve shirt on, but I was out for my walk with her and it is hot, hot, hot. So that has been my morning. That has been my morning. And I don't need anything else to happen now for the rest of the day. That has been enough. I've still got to get the fridge back into its home, so we'll do that before we start cooking. But right now I am just going to sit and eat the chili that I made. I did serve it with, I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the video, but I did serve it with some pearl couscous. Oh, I forgot how much I bought it at Flannery's, and I forgot how much I love this when it's on the side, like as a grain on the side of dishes. And I just do it in my grain cooker. It's the couscous to water ratio, so however much couscous you put in, that's how much water you need to put in. And then I just put like a half a teaspoon of veggie bouillon in, and it is chef's kiss. So good. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to eat that, and then we'll get cooking together after I get the fridge in its hole. I don't know if I'll film that. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but we'll get it done. So the recipe had me make a simple bechamel, but then instead of using milk, I added the stock and bone broth, added the ham, cheese, and some peas. I grated some parmesan to pop on top, just with some cheddar cheese as well, and baked that until the top was crispy and light brown. Next, I decided to prep some veggies just to have in the fridge. We'll pop these on the side of lunches or just on the side if we do a barbecue for dinner. I've got some veggies roasted and prepped there just to save on time. Just did some, is it purple sweet potato? Golden, yes, purple sweet potato, pumpkin, lots of herbs, salt and pepper, and olive oil. And then I was going to make some apricot and coconut bars, but with Izzy sleeping, I decided not, sneaky gummy bear there, decided not to use the blender. So I'm just prepping one of my clean treats. And then she woke up. Some pasta, babe?
No, yuck.
No, yuck. What are you talking about?
Yuck.
Yuck.
Me yogurt. Me yogurt.
I think you're going to like the coconut one in the fridge. Okay? The coconut chocolate one. Yeah. Yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I love you.
Apple.
You want an apple? Okay, stand up, I'll get you one out of the fridge. Run, red apple. Here you go, Beanie.
I need apple. I need apple.
Honey apple. Like this one? Okay, you take that one. The final thing I prepped today was some prosciutto wrapped meatballs. These are great just for snacks, or for example, pop them on the side of the veggies I prepped just for a quick meal, for lunch. So onions, garlic, mince, lots of herbs. I use MINGLE herbs. I'll link their website below. I think they're fantastic. They do additive and preservative free sauces, meal bases, but their herbs and their porridge toppers, like their sweet toppers, are just unreal. I love their products. As you can see, Izzy came in to have an intense conversation. She's so funny at this age, the little thoughts that she has and everything she wants to share. So wrap them in prosciutto and in the oven for 20 minutes, and they were perfect. Alrighty everyone, I'm gonna leave that video here. I've just popped the prosciutto wrapped meatballs in. Right, we're gonna do another take because she thinks so.
Right.
You're being a scallywag. Yeah, Mummy's gonna come play with you. So let's just say goodbye to YouTube. Pop your leg down. Can you say bye?
Bye-bye.
Now, if you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe and turn the notifications on. I'm uploading every week, sometimes a little bit more often.
Help.
You wanna help? You wanna go do some fishing? Or do you wanna feed the worms? You wanna go feed the worms with Mummy? Right, I've got some scraps to feed them. You can come and help me.
Yes.
But like I said, please subscribe. I appreciate it so much. It excites me. Every subscription that I get is just the best. So it really supports my channel. And I'm uploading every week. And
Mommy.
yeah, that's my other camera.
Mommy.
Yeah? You want to put the camera on? I think we're going to go feed the worms. All right, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.